Hi Virgos, welcome. I hope you had a wonderful 2018, and I wish you an even better 2019. And this is going to be your January general reading, and we'll see. We'll cover whatever messages come through. It could be sometimes work. It could be sometimes just finances. It could be love. It depends. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The way I'll do it is that I'll do a 3-row spread with past, present, and future. We'll pull some clarifiers and also pull in oracle card deck as an additional message for you for the month of January. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see what you have in store. So let me shift the camera so you can see the cards that I pulled, that I'll be pulling. Okay, let's see. 6 of Cups, 5, 7 of Swords, 3. Let's see. Okay, the Magician. Okay, so I think overall, this is gonna be a good month for you, but with some, ups and downs. But let's start with from the beginning. Let me see. Let me switch this so you can see me. Maybe you want to see the cards. I don't know, but we'll see. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want to see. You want to see the cards mostly if you want to see my face. Okay, Virgos. So let's start. So for the first row, for the past influences, we have 3 of Cups, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Cups. So it's I feel like it for some reason this kind of makes me feel very joyful. It makes me feel like of innocence and like, spending time with friends, but very like innocent and very sincere, very honest, time, like really, it's with friends and family that really appreciate you. And then the people that you feel comfortable around being yourself and just being your goofy self. Even though with Virgos, it's so hard to do because, come on, Virgos, you're like so structured and planned, like you can never really let loose. But this is, spending some time with people that really encourage you to just like really let loose and be yourself and be, just however you are. Now, with the only thing that is kind of a little negative is this card. This card is kind of like somebody being sneaky, sneaky behavior. And I don't know if it's really related to this as much as like it's one of those things where it's like, when everything is going well, there's some things that maybe not. So it's like, sometimes you can't really have it all, even though it's nice too. But sometimes it's just like, certain people, when they see you so happy, when they see you, really enjoying yourself and being so like happy and carefree, which for Virgos it's really hard to do, like they throw a wrench in, and then I tried to like be a little sneaky and then try to get one over you. But it could also probably be, maybe it's you, maybe that did something to somebody, and I won't totally like, it might resonate with you, but it might not. But it could also be something that somebody did to you. But we'll see that in clarifies. We'll see that what's that all about. Yeah. Now, in the next row, we have the the 2 of Cups. Sorry. We have the 2 of Cups. So we have the Lovers in reverse, and we have the Death card. The Death card, a lot of people are really afraid of the Death card. To me, it's like, it's change. It's change that it's coming, and it's, you can foresee it and you can be prepared for it. It's better than the Tower, because the Tower sometimes happens unexpectedly. But with the Death, it's coming. And you can take the steps to make sure that you have everything aligned when that change happens. Now, in this particular context, I think it's going to be, it's sad to say, but I feel like it's going to be an end of a relationship for some of you. Something, or a partnership of some sort. It's like you thought they might be your soulmate, but you might not have been that. It might not have been what they were, that you thought they were. It could also, for some of you, for a really small part of you, like with these 5 cards, it tells me that there might be a third party involved. It might be somebody that's been sneaking around behind your back, you know, that doing some things that they weren't supposed to do, and you found out. You found out that that's happening, and you like called them on it. And hence, like, this change, something is happening, and some, you said certain things in motion, you know, but it has to do with a partnership. It has to do with some sort of relation. It could be friendships, it could be love relationships, but it could also be business relationships too. You could have found out that one of your partners is stealing, you know, and then you're like, hey, what are you doing? And then you put an end, you fire that person. Or you could be like a friend that's been telling lies about you or gossiping about you to other people, and you like call them out on it. It's like, oh, this is not nice that you do, and you like, you know, end that relationship. So take whatever applies, you know, because it being a general reading, it can only resonate to so many people, right? But if you like want a personalized reading, you can always go to my website and then order a reading, and it'll be totally personalized to you, to your situation. Now, moving into the next row, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon in reversed, and the Magician in reversed. So, Nine of Pentacles, the way I see this card, it's like, when it's an upright, it's a slow moving energy. It's stability coming in, but it's very, very slow coming. When it's in a reverse position, it's something that's moving quickly. So with the Death, you set something in motion, you end it. So then you like expect something, other changes to happen, and to happen pretty quickly, you know. Then we have the Moon. So like, because you're ending something, some things will come to light, whether you like it or not. You'll find something more, you know, than you were ready for, and then that will come pretty quickly. But that will kind of leave you in a state of, what do I do now? What do I do next? You know, like you kind of will in a way would be surprised by it. I feel like you wouldn't, even though like I said, the Death card is a change that you kind of see coming, but in this context, I feel like maybe you knew about it, but you just weren't ready to see it. So I think with the Magician being the card of the manifester, I feel like it would kind of like leave you a little bit at a pause, you know, would leave you a little bit, oh, okay, you know, like they'll give you food for thought. You know, you'd be like, okay, so what happened? Why did we get here? You know, you'd be in a way like a little surprised, but not really. But also at the same time, we'd be like, so what do I do with this information now? Where do I go from here? You know. But let's pull some clarifiers. Let's see what that is all about. You know, for the clarifiers, I'm using the After Tarot deck. It's almost like a writer's weight, but it's like, the way they say it's like what happens 5 seconds later. So that's why I kind of like it as a clarifier, because it's like, well, let's see what actually, you know. Okay, so clarifiers. Let's see. Okay, a lot of swords. So I think it's going to be in cups too. It's like, wow. Okay, let me just show you. I don't know if you can see, but look at this card at the end. Look how beautiful this card is. Isn't it? So let me start one by one. So we have the Seven of Wands clarifying the Six of Cups. What can I say about this? It's like, it's something from, you're really, it has to do with something from the past. It could also be something like a memory or a pattern or like a loop that you've been playing in your mind, that you always had to defend your position, that you always had to defend your rights, that you have to defend your opinions, you know. And that was learned from the past, that was learned from your past experiences, and you were kind of like still kind of holding on to that, you know. Then we have the Knight of Swords clarifying the Seven of Swords. So I think with this, that sneaky behavior will take you by surprise. you wouldn't expect it, and it will come quickly. Like with the moon too, and that was in the past, right? Because that's the past. I feel like you you know where like you almost like you had to defend yourself, right? You were like in that loop of like defending yourself, defending your position, right? And like kind of like almost like not allowing yourself to be really like goofy and silly and like being yourself. It's kind of almost had to like put a mask for like this other persona, you know, like we're not letting people see who you are. But that or either somebody was doing that to you, and then finally that like real person is coming out. Like you will see who they really are, you know, for what they really are, and that will happen. Like that happened pretty fast, and I think that happened like very, very recently for you. Then we have the Fool clarifying the Three of Cups. It's taking a leap forward with either a relationship or separating yourself from, you know, because you're going from 3 to 1. So it's almost like either you breaking away from a community and trying to find a new community, or you moving and trying to find a new community, or it's like, or you taking a chance on a new friendship, you taking a chance on a new partnership, on a support system or support group, you know. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Two of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, it's cycles that are being completed, right? Well, it's also good luck with good fortune too. So in this, I think in this context, it's like the relationship was good, but up to a certain point, and it's that kind of that switched around, and that's why we had the Lovers in reversed. That like good luck, or like that image, you know, that everything was perfect and everything was good, was slowly like you just started to peel the layers, and you just started to find out who the person is really, who the person really is, or they're trying to find, like, discover who you really are. And then was like, maybe they weren't in agreement with each other, maybe like the image that was portrayed was not exactly what you're expecting, you know. And then that's what you see here, where it's like there was a conversation, or there will be a conversation that will be like, oh, you know, it's not what I thought it would be, you know, like this relationship, this partnership is not what I thought it would be, or what I envisioned it to be, you know. So somebody would be called out on something, on certain behaviors. And then we have the Nine of Cups clarifying the Death card. Nine of Cups to me, it's the knight in shining armor. It's like, you know, like the prince, you know, for the girls when they were little, they were like, oh, the prince in shining armor will come to save me and stuff. But I think in this case, it's like you kind of like, I think you're letting go of like that image of like a savior, somebody to come to save you. You know, you're letting go of that. You kind of like get it more into, you know, you being who you are, and then you have the power to like the magician to manifest. Like you so got used to like having this idea of like somebody else to give you or make you happy, you know, but that is not what, you know, relationships are about. Like you have to make yourself happy first before you make somebody else happy, right? And you can't expect somebody else to make you happy, because there's a saying, it takes a village to make one person happy, and you can't expect that from one person. So I think slowly and surely you're gonna realize that you're gonna get to that point of like, you know, like that you can't put everything, all your eggs in one basket, kind of, so to speak, you know. But also you're gonna see that knight in shining armor is not in really shining armor, you know. He was not who he was, who he said he was, you know. Then we have the Three of Wands clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. I think with this card is that once you realize that, you know, that relationship was no longer yours, and no longer what you thought it would be, and what was like for your own good, for your benefit, you're gonna like start thinking about, oh, but what do I really want now, you know. And then you're gonna have this like King of Cups coming into your life, that either he's gonna be like wearing his heart on his sleeve and really telling you how he feels and what he wants, or this Nine of Cups will turn into this King of Cups. He would realize what he's done, you know, and then he would come forward with you and like, okay, so this is the deal. This is what I was not telling you, and this is going forward. I want to be open and honest with you. So, you know, it depends. It could be, for some of you, you might have that relationship turn around, or like at the end of like a certain lying behavior will end, and then like a maturity level will set into the relationship. And for some of you, it's like once those secrets are out and you know them, you know, you make a choice, a clear choice to like move forward, and then you're gonna see this King of Cups come into your life. But he's gonna wear his heart on his sleeve, and you know exactly where he stands, and he's gonna be open and honest and caring and nurturing too, you know. And then to end the month, we have the 10 of Cups, clarifying the Magician. So I feel like the Magician, it's like, you know, when you're not being able to manifest, you like being in that mindset of like not being able to really manifest like the love that you want, the lifestyle that you want, the family that you want, the job that you want, whatever the case might be. It's like getting out of that mentality, you know, get out of like that state, and then really focusing on the positive aspects of it, like not holding it so tight and like, oh, this has to be this certain way, or this has to be like, oh, because, you know, like I was so enamored with this person, I thought he was the one, but he's not the one. It's like, forget it, I'm not gonna find anybody anymore, you know. So let go of that mentality, because you will, because he's coming, you know, that relationship is coming, and that, you know, your significant other is coming, or they will turn around. And I feel like this is really like a relationship reading for you this month, more so that like partnership or like business or finances, because there's a lot of cups in this reading too, and it's also communication too. So, but again, going back to the Magician and the 10 of Cups, it's really realizing that you do have the power to manifest the love that you want, and then the relationships and the life that you want. But set intention. January would be a good month to set intention and let that flow, because I feel like sometimes with the Magician reverse, I feel like you kind of stuck, you had like that stuck in a rut, or like stuck in this, like, you know, with like people like with writers when they like have that writer's block almost, like. But just allowing yourself to really like close your eyes, meditate, and really think about what makes you happy, and then from like the mundane things, you know, and see where that takes you and see how that helps. But let me pull an oracle card. Whoa, too many. Okay, let's see. Well, like I said, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from usual type and expectations, right? So let go of that idea of the knight in shining armor, you know, because I mean, you might have this like, oh, beautiful image, or like whatever your image is of like you the perfect partner. But when you let go of that, and when you let go of like that, it has to be in a certain way, it has to be at a certain time, you know, and you keep an open mind, you manifest things. And not only that, but you have to be honest with yourself, what you want, right? Like, what does this mean to you? So Taurus, Virgo, I'm sorry, keep an open mind. Virgos, keep an open mind, and maybe go with the flow, because having so many cups in this reading, you know, like you're such an earthy sign, and you're such a planner, and you're so like, oh, you get so anxious when things don't work out the way you want them to, the way you planned. This month, you're encouraged to go with the flow. Keep an open mind. Be just open to receive, right? And then you'll see that things will start shifting from this position to this position, and you'll be manifesting this. So I'll end at this, Virgos, and I wish you a great January. And if you like the reading, if the reading resonated with you, please like the video. And if you're looking forward to, if you want to hear what's in store for you for the month of February, subscribe to my channel, and then you'll get a notification when the next video is up. Well, that's it for now. I'll see you next month. Bye, Virgos.